Okay, good morning. So as I've already told you yesterday that today we are going to do the different types of clauses. Okay? Yes. So there are three types of clauses. And first of all, you know what do you mean by clauses. So clauses are a group of words which have their subject and verb. You got it? And we learned that there are two types of, clauses can be categorized into two. One is main clause, or you can say independent clause, and the other one is subordinate clause or dependent clause. Okay, so whatever clauses that we are going to do here are all which is a subordinate clause or dependent clause. We are not talking about the independent or main clause. You got it? Okay, so what are the three types of clauses we have? We have noun clause, we have adverb clause, we have relative clause. You got it? Okay, and they got their names because of the work they do. For example, okay, the noun clause is the clause which does the work of a noun, and adverb clause is the clause which does the work of a adverb, and relative clause is the clause which does the work of an adjective. You got it? Okay, yes. Now let us start from the noun clause. Okay, yes. Now, first of all, I just want you to be clear about the clause. Okay, clause, phrase, and word. For example, I just want you to try to understand this. I went to Goa. Okay, yes. So I went to Goa. Goa is the name of a place. You got it? So this is at the object side. So this is just a simple noun. You got it? Okay, yes. Now, next sentence. I went to lovely and cool Goa. You got it? So, this is a group of words, but it does not have any subject and verb. Lovely and cool Goa. You got it? So, unlike the first one, which is simple noun, this one is a group of words. Now, this is phrase. Why phrase? Because there is no subject and verb. Okay, now the third one. I went to a place called Goa. Okay, a place called Goa. Now this is clause. Okay, again this is a group of words. This is called clause because we have a subject and verb. The subject is place, verb is called. Okay, so you see the difference? The simple noun, noun phrase, and noun clause. Okay, so we are going to do the noun clause. Okay, yes, now let us start noun clause. Okay, I want you to look at these sentences. First one, I don't know why this virus came. I don't know why this virus came. Okay, I don't know. This is a clause and this is a main clause because it makes full sense. I don't know. Now I want you to look at the next clause. Why this virus came? Why this virus came? This is clause. Okay. So what type of clause is this? This is noun clause. Why? Because it is staying at the noun's place. Okay. So I don't know him. I don't know Tashi. Him, Tashi, all these are noun, object, isn't it? So in place of this, we have this clause, why this virus came. Okay, so why this virus came is noun clause. Understood? Okay, let us look at the second sentence. Gela said that he was teaching online class. Gela said, again, it makes a complete sense. Now the next clause, that he was teaching online class. This is which is a subordinate clause, dependent clause. It depends on other clause to make it complete. Okay, so that he was teaching online class is again a noun sentence. Why? Because this clause is doing the work of a noun. Okay, yes. Okay, third one. What the virus did is something I can't imagine. You got it? So what the virus did is which is a dependent clause. This is noun clause. Why? Because this is doing the work of a noun. Okay? Yes. So what the virus did is noun clause. Number 4, I went to a place called Goa. I went to a place called Goa. So I went, I subject, when verb, and now we have the noun place. So that's why I went to a place called Goa. Now this is clause. And what type of clause is this? This is noun clause. You got it? So noun clause comes either in the subject position or on the object position. If you look at the first sentence, I don't know why this virus came. Why this virus came, it's in the object place. So this is noun. And if you look at the next one, what the virus did is something I can't imagine. Now what the virus did, this is in the subject position. So these are noun clause. You got it? Okay, yes. So there's a small exercise for you. I want you to identify the noun clause. Which one is noun clause? Okay, if in one complete sentence, I mean a compound sentence, you will always find some clauses. Okay, now you have to identify the noun clause. Okay, yes. The first one, they know that COVID-19 will not go away. They know that COVID-19 will not go away. Now this is a complete sentence. Now you have to identify the noun clause. Okay, yes. Now let us see. They know. Okay, they know, it's a complete sentence. They know. You got it? So there's no problem. Now that COVID-19 will not go away. Okay, now this is a phrase. That COVID-19 will not go away. This is dependent clause. This is a clause which has to depend on other clause to make it a complete sentence. So that COVID-19 will go away. Now this is a noun, what should I say, clause. Okay, why this is a noun clause? Because this clause works as a noun because it is in the noun place. Okay, yes. Now the second one. I don't know why he left school for good. I don't know. Again, I don't know. That is a complete sentence. Okay. Why he left school for good. Why he left school for good. Now this is a clause. Okay. Now what type of clause is this? This is a noun clause. Why? This clause works as a noun. Why noun? Because it is taking the place of the object. I don't know. Okay. I don't know him. I don't know Tashi. I don't know this. Now all these are what should I say, object place. So this clause is in the object place. You got it? Okay, yes. The third one. I asked him if he was staying alone. I asked him if he was staying alone. Now you tell me what is the clause. What is the noun clause here? Okay, yes. I asked him. Again, this is a complete. This is the main clause. If he was staying alone. If he was staying alone. Now this is a clause. And what type of clause is this? This is a noun clause. Why noun clause? Because this is the what should I say, taking the what should I say, role of a noun. Okay, this is in the object place. I told you noun clause. It comes either in the subject place or in the object place. Now this is in the object place. Okay, now what about this fourth one? Okay, whether he likes lockdown or not is not an issue. It's not a problem. You got it? Okay. Whether he likes lockdown or not. Okay. Yes. Now this is in the subject place. Again, this is a noun clause. Why? Because whether he likes lockdown or not. Now this is not a complete sentence. Okay. So this is a clause. This is a dependent clause because it has to depend on another clause to make a complete sense. So whether he likes this lockdown or not is not an issue, not an issue. Okay, yes. So this is a complete. Now this is noun clause. Number 5, whoever comes here, whoever comes here. Now this is incomplete. Now this is dependent clause. It has to depend on other clause to make it complete. Whoever comes here will be treated well, will be treated well. Okay, yes, now it's a complete. So whether whoever comes here, this is a clause. What type of clause is this? This is a noun clause. Why? Because it is taking the place of the subject. You got it? So all these clauses works as a noun because they are either in the subject position or on the object position. Did you understand? Okay, now let us move on to the adverb clause. Okay, like the noun clause, first of all, I want you to differentiate a simple adverb, adverb phrase, and adverb clause. Okay, yes. The first one, try to understand. Tenzin van fast. Okay, Tenzin van fast. Fast is just a single adjective. Okay, oh, yes. Now, second one, Tenzin van at high speed. At high speed. You got it, Tenzin van at high speed. Now, this is a group of words, but you don't see any subject and verb. Okay, yours. So, this is phrase. What kind of phrase is this? This is adverb phrase. Okay, yes. Number third. Tenzin went so fast that I could not catch. Tenzin went so fast that I could not catch. Okay, now this is a clause. What type of clause is this? This is adverb clause. Why this is adverb clause? We are talking about Tenzin went so fast. Okay, Tenzin, we are talking about Tenzin. How did Tenzin go? Tenzin went so fast that we are just defining the work. Okay, the verb that is when. How did Tenzin go? Tenzin went so fast that I could not catch. So did you understand? Simple adverb, adverb phrase, and adverb clause. Okay, yes. Now let us look at an example. Okay, yes. Now I told you adverb clause, there are two. First one is adverb clause of time, and the second one is adverb clause of condition. Now these two are in your syllabus. Okay, yes, adverb clause. Now first let us do the adverb clause of time. So adverb clause of time means it's an adverb clause, of course, but this clause does the work of showing time. Okay, now if you go through this example, you will easily understand. Okay, you can easily identify. For example, the teacher comes before the bell rings. The teacher comes. Okay, this is a main clause. Before the bell rings, this is a subordinate clause. Okay, before the bell ring, it does not make any complete sense. So it has to depend on one other clause. Okay, that is the teacher comes. The teacher comes before the bell rings. Now it makes a complete sense. So all the clauses that we are doing are all dependent clause. You got it? Okay, now first example. The teacher comes before the bell rings. We are talking about the teacher comes. Okay, yes. At what time did teacher come? When did the teacher come? Okay, we are describing the time. So the teacher comes before the bell rings. Okay, now here this clause is taking the role of which is the time. It is showing us the time. So this is adverb clause of time. Okay, second one. As soon as the food comes, we will eat. As soon as the food comes. Again, as soon as the food comes, this is clause. What type of clause is this? This is adverb clause. What type of adverb clause is this? It is condition or time. It shows time. So, as soon as the food comes, we will eat. We will eat. When? When will we eat? We will eat as soon as. So, time. Okay? Third one. I will start when all the students reach. Okay? I will start. When? Time. Okay? When will you start? I will start when all the students reach. Okay? When all the students reach. This is a clause. Okay? Adverb clause. Which clause? Adverb clause of time. Understood? Okay. We went out. We went out after the rain had stopped. Again, okay, we went out. When? Okay, after the rain had stopped. So it shows the time. Now all these are called adverb clause of time. These clauses show the time. Okay? Yes. Now let us move on to the next one. Adverb clause of condition. So condition means if you do this and then you will get. If you don't do this, you will not get. So there is some kind of condition, isn't it? So the word itself shows the condition. Now if you look at these clauses shows not time but it gives some kind of condition. Okay, let us look at the example. I will be safe if I observe social distancing. Okay, yes, so look at this. I will be safe. You will be safe. For how long? Okay, yes. If you observe social distancing, if I observe social distancing, then I will be safe. So you see this, there is some condition. Okay, if you don't observe social distancing, then you will not be safe. So you see there is condition. Okay, yes. The second one, unless you work hard, you will not succeed. Okay, yes. Again, there is one condition. You will not succeed. Okay, you will not succeed. Is there any condition? Yes. Unless you work hard. Unless means if you do not work hard, you will not succeed. Okay, there is a condition. Okay, yes. The next one, I will support you provided that you work hard. Okay, I will support you. There is one condition. Okay, provided that you work hard. If you work hard, then I will support you. If you don't work hard, I will not support you. So you see, there is one condition. Okay, so this clause shows the condition. Okay, one last example. Okay, we will not go out even if you force us. Okay, yes, we will not go out. Is there any condition? Yes, even if you force us, we will not go out. You got it? So these clauses are adverb clause of condition. Did you understand? Okay, yes. Now let us take some, what should I say, exercises. Okay, yeah, I have here a few sentences. I want you to identify which one is adverb clause of time and which one is adverb clause of condition. Understand? Okay, yes. The first one. If you listen well, I will let you play outside. Try to understand. If you listen well, I will let you play outside. Now, what type of adverb clause is this? Is this time or condition? Second one, please come home before the sun goes down. Okay, please come home. Please, when? Before the sun goes down. Okay, what type of adverb clause is this? 3, unless I tell him, he will not do his work. Unless I tell him, he will not do his work. Okay, yes. So you just try to see. He will not do his work unless. Okay, yes. Now identify this. Number 4, the teachers will not go even if you ask them. Even if you ask them, the teachers will not go. Okay, what type of adverb clause is this? Last, students left when they had done their work. Okay, the students left. When did the student leave? Okay, the students left when they had done their work. You got it? So all these are, which is an adverb clause, and you have to identify which is adverb clause of time and which is adverb clause of condition. Did you understand? Okay, yes. Now let us move on to the third clause from our syllabus, that is relative clause. So relative clause is we are using all the relative pronoun words. Do you remember the relative pronoun words? For example, who, whom, whose, that, which, all these are relative pronoun. Okay, so relative clause is a clause which is made up of these relative pronouns. You got it? Okay, so here the relative clause, it's taking the work of an adjective. You got it? You can also say this is adjective clause. Okay, yes. Now try to understand this. I know Tashi. I know Tashi. Tashi is just a noun. Okay, yes. So I know Tashi. Now, since this is adjective, let us try to describe Tashi. Okay, yes. Tashi, who lives in Delhi, came to meet me. You see, Tashi, there are so many Tashi. Now I'm just trying to define Tashi. Okay, you know adjective defines a noun. So, Tashi. Tashi who lives in Delhi. Out of so many Tashi, I'm just, which is talking about one Tashi. Okay, Tashi who lives in Delhi came to meet me. Okay, now this is relative pronoun. You see, do you see the relative pronoun there? Okay, who is relative pronoun. Okay, next. I know Tashi whose parents are from Tibet. Okay, I know Tashi. Now there are so many Tashi. Which Tashi? whose parents are from Tibet. You got it? Whose parents are from Tibet. This is clause. Okay? This is relative clause. Why? Because this is using the relative pronoun whose. Okay, yes. Now, the next one. Tashi, to whom I lent my book, is missing. Which Tashi? To whom I lent my book, he is missing. You got it? So, to whom I lent my book is a clause. Okay? This is a relative clause. Why? We have relative pronoun to whom. Okay, yes. Next one. A pen that can write everything is expensive. A pen. Okay? I'm just describing the term pen. Which pen? Pen that can write everything. Okay? That can write everything. Again, this is a clause, relative clause. Why? Because this is using relative pronoun that. Okay, the last one. I go to place where there is a park. I go to place. Which place? Okay, where there is a park. So, where there is a park, this is relative clause. Why? Because this is using the relative pronoun where. Did you understand? Okay, yes. Now, let us take some, we have already done all these exercises. Now, in this video lesson, what we have learned clauses, the clauses meaning. Clause is a group of words which has its own subject and verb. You got it? And the clause is a bit different from phrase. Both these phrase and clauses are a group of words, but phrase does not have any verb and subject. Okay? Whereas clause has subject and verb. And we have also done the 3 types of clauses which you have in your syllabus. First one is noun clause. Okay? Why noun clause? Because it works as a noun. Okay? Second one is adverb clause. And adverb clause because this clause works as an adverb. And in the adverb clause, we have done the adverb clause of time. And we have done the adverb clause of condition. Okay? And the third clause we did in this unit is the relative clause, which works as an adjective. And in relative clause, we use all the relative pronouns. You got it? Now, whatever clauses that we have done here, okay, they are subordinate clause or dependent clause. We are not talking about the main clause. We are talking about the dependent. Okay? Yes. So you should be able to understand dependent clause and independent clause. Now, all these clauses are dependent clause or subordinate clause. Did you understand? Okay, yes. So, finally, I have this exercise for you. You have to identify all the clauses that we have done today. Okay, the first one, noun clause, adverb clause. In adverb clause, you have to identify the time and condition. And finally, the relative clause. Okay, so you just go through this sentence one by one and then put the right, which is a clause name. Okay, for example, the first one, Tashi, who loves singing, is living. Tashi, who loves singing. Now, the one in the green color is the clause, and you have to identify whether this is a noun or adverb or relative clause. Easy? Okay. Second one, even if you tell us, we will not fight. Okay. Even if you tell us. Okay. This is clause. You have to understand. Third one, we finish work before the due date comes. We finish work before the due date comes. Okay. Yes. Number 4, he said that he is coming tomorrow. That he is coming tomorrow. Okay. You have to identify. Number 5, we all love the dog. Which dog? The dog that does not bite. Okay, you have to identify which clause is this. Number 6 and the last one, whether he eats or not, I don't know. Okay, whether he eats or not, I don't know. Okay, now you have got 6 sentences here. Okay, you have to identify the clauses. If you look at all these 6 sentences, these are complete sentences. So, you will find one main clause and you will find the subordinate clause. That means main clause and subordinate clause. And all these subordinate clause are which is a colored green. Okay, so you have to identify which clause is this: noun clause, adverb clause, and relative clause. Got it? So if you miss something, I just want you to, what should I say, go through the video again and try to understand the clause, okay, the 3 types of clauses, okay, because this is in your syllabus. Thank you.